It's 6:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Former Newcastle Knights player Alex McKinnon is reportedly weighing up whether to launch legal action against the NRL and the Melbourne Storm over the devastating tackle which ended his playing career. The Herald reports the 23-year-old is looking at his legal options and has been told he has a strong potential case. However, it's understood McKinnon is reluctant to take action, considering the amount of support he's received from the NRL. A man is facing serious charges over a domestic-related incident at Windale, which ended in a standoff with police. The 30-year-old got into an argument with his ex-partner outside a unit in Miles Street just after 9:30 last night. He left and went to his own house nearby and allegedly armed himself with a knife. Sonia Roberts from police headquarters says the woman then called for help.
Specialist police, including negotiators, were also in attendance, and around 11:15 last night the man surrendered to police and was taken to Charlestown Police Station. He was charged with common assault as well as stalk or intimidate with intent to cause fear or physical harm. He's been refused bail and appears in Newcastle local court today.
The Hunter's GP after-hours access service is set to wrap up at the end of June due to a lack of federal funding. It means around 50,000 people who use the service each year in the Hunter will now have to head to the already crowded hospital emergency departments for treatment. Hunter residents and business owners are being reminded to correctly dispose of storm waste at a licensed waste facility. The Hunter Central Coast Regional Illegal Dumping Squad says there's been a spike in improper waste disposal despite the state government's temporary removal of the waste levy. Regional Coordinator Rob Robertson says there are plenty of options available.
Since the storms that struck the Hunter Valley is a marked increase in the number of green waste deposits being dumped illegally around the region. That's certainly very disappointing considering the steps that councils and the state government have taken in relation to making it easier for people to lawfully dispose of their waste.
Drugs, guns and cash have been seized during a raid at Rutherford. Officers searched a home in Crome Street yesterday where they allegedly found more than 200 grams of ice, $4,000 in cash and several firearms, including a loaded shotgun. A 29-year-old man was arrested at the scene and charged. Drivers are again being reminded to stay away from Mount Sugarloaf Road at West Wallsend after it was badly damaged during last month's storms. An entire section of the road has been washed away and it's not yet known when it will be repaired. Lake Macquarie Council says despite the warnings, people are still trying to use the road. And as the weather cools down when we head towards winter, Hunter residents are being reminded to stay warm safely. Fair Trading Commissioner Rod Stowe says people need to check heaters are working and are in working order.
If you're getting out your electric heater, make sure it's free of any dust, any rust spots that can heat up. Make sure that cords and plugs are intact. Similarly with electric blankets, it's always important to make sure that no wires are broken.
Now with sport, Will Martin.
Lambton Jaffers have won a 3-1 victory against Charlestown in their Northern New South Wales National Premier League catch-up game last night, with Riley Norton scoring the game-deciding goal in the second half. Belmont North triathlete Tim Lang is moving on from his previous 3 Nationals titles and is now looking to compete in as many world titles as possible. He has currently been qualified for the standard distance race in Chicago, the long-distance titles in Motala, Sweden, the Xterra World Championships in Hawaii, and the duathlon event in Adelaide. In the NRL, the future of rising Newcastle Knights star player Joseph Tapine will rest on Magistrate Ian Cheatham's ruling as to whether or not Tapine was acting in self-defence when he threw a single punch at Matthew Jarrett. Ian Cheatham has reserved his decision until the 23rd of June. That's sport. I'm Will Martin.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 7.